Gracious me!
What is going on, guys? I'm here. Welcome back to the road to glory. Thank you for the support as always. Sometimes these videos go out, sometimes they don't, so I'm very grateful to those of you who turn up regardless of whether they end up in your sub box or not. If you guys do go on to enjoy this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If we can hit 226 likes, we will match my wins on this account, and I'd be very grateful if you could do that. Right, with that being said, marquee matchups time, if you please. There is another SBC here that I will submit again in a second as well. So I think we get a 45k pack for that. And we get an alright set of rewards for these marquee matchups. We get a silver players pack there, which is always valuable. For the Russian one, which is actually fairly difficult to do, especially as there are only, I think those are the only 2 Russian teams in the game, which is crazy. Jumbo silver pack for that, which is absolutely terrible. And then you get a small prime for the London Derby, which isn't too bad, and then of course you get a 15k pack for the Barcelona Villarreal. I believe we get a 25k pack for completing the whole thing. So without any further ado, let's go in and see what we've submitted. This is Feyenoord PSG. Bronze pack method really helping me out there. None of those players are worth anything right now. Well, saying that, they might be now because of the SBC, like these Dutch players for instance might be going for a little something. No, not really. I mean, I could probably sell him for about 300 if I really wanted to, but alas, I will not, and submit that we do. So we have ourselves a silver pack there. I mean, that's not going to be anything crazy in that, I'm sure, but you know, they'll come in handy. This foot swap card is the one that we have left over. Ironically, it's a Russian player. I only had 2 other Russian players in the entire team, and there they are in there. So with that being said, in the interest of saving myself however much money it would be saving me, I would imagine quite a bit Russian players are selling for right now. Let me just double check, because I know this guy is tradable. So yeah, any Russian player, any bronze Russian player you pack right now is probably going to be worth £1,000 at least, so that's pretty cool. Don't need that foot swap item until EA release a leftover foot swap SBC, which I'm predicting they do around sort of February, March time, but I'll worry about that when we come to it. Arsenal Spurs, I fully expected this to be a little bit more difficult than what it was and to give us something better back, but again, they haven't really made it too difficult. I think this left-sided player, by the way, if I can pick another one, I will. I'm going to put Verbic in there if I can, because I think, yeah, see, only 85 chem there, which is an issue, because I think I've got that guy in another SBC, which is annoying. Let's see if see if he works. I know he's rare, but hey, yeah, he does work. I'm going to submit that and get rid of it. Aurier, 81 rated, not ideal, but I didn't really want to go out and buy anybody. And then Barcelona Villarreal. We didn't have that player in this one. This was quite easy, straightforward. Didn't have to buy anyone. Again, we've got to give up an 82 rated player here in Rafinha, but it was the only Barcelona player that I had besides the Champions League Vermaelen, which I want to keep because he's UCL, and you need them at least once a week. And the other player, I forget who it was. I don't know who it was. I can't remember. But either way, he was the lesser of 2 evils there. I didn't have any Villarreal players, so there we are. Marquee matchups for another week is complete. And we get, is it a premium gold players? Yeah, 25k pack, nothing too crazy, but you never know. You never know. The other thing is Champions Will Rise. You get a 45k pack for completing this. And it turns out I did a little workaround for that player that I swapped out and actually didn't need him anyway, but never mind. Just checking that I'm recording. I had a bad feeling. Look at the state of my barnet. I need a haircut, and I've actually planned to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't leave that. Look at the state of it, man. Oh, whatever. I don't leave the house very often, right? So, what I've decided to do... Look at the state of my hair. What I've decided to do is do Christmas shopping and have a haircut on the same day. But I'm waiting for December YouTube pay, or essentially it's going to be October YouTube pay, because you get paid like every sort of like a leap month, I guess, every 45 days. But unfortunately, I don't get paid till the midway through December, so I'm gonna have to keep this hair for at least another sort of 18, 19 days. But never mind. Sancho is still there. When does that? Okay, we've got 20 hours left on Sancho, and then we'll be more or less round for another Bundesliga Player of the Month. We didn't get a new set of icons, did we? That's crazy. Are they waiting? Oh, surely not. Surely they're not waiting 15 days for that to expire so that they can maybe bring one out that doesn't require an icon. Would be nice if they could bring out set 4 with a Steven Gerrard in it that didn't require an icon, but I doubt that'll happen. Let's get rid of what we got on our transfer list right now, just in case we do end up packing like crazy amounts of stuff. Bronze pack method, really working there. Annoyingly, I had him listed before marquee matchups went live, and then it sort of crossed over into marquee matchups. He's a Tottenham player. He's sold. Who knows how much he actually goes for, but that's a little bit frustrating because I could maybe have sold him for a little bit more. We'll have to wait and see. Well, I say we'll have to wait and see. We'll never know now. But there we are. We'll just clear those off the market or off the list. All these. We'll see if we've actually used any. Send tag to club. Aurier goes back into the club. Got quite a few of other things. Let me just relist all that. Just RT relist. Those squad fitness will sell. I'm determined to sell them for 1.5. Right, let's get through these silver things first. Let's get rid of this, and then move on, because I mean I'm gonna watch it because, you know, content. No, I'm gonna watch it just in case it's someone like I know is worth money. Chances are it won't be though. And we get ourselves. I mean, there's a Championship player, French League striker in there. You never know. He might be worth something. I mean, I could probably sell him for a couple of hundred. I've decided what I'm gonna do now as well is if I get a player who's worth 200-300 coins, I'm just going to get rid of him, because chances are I'll forget. Like this guy's worth, what, 600 coins? If I can get 4 for him or something, or maybe 5, I'll be happy. Because what I tend to do is, and again MLS, I will open it up, look at them and go, oh, he's worth 500 coins. I'm not willing to take 500 coins. I'll wait until he's worth more, and then I just don't, and I end up submitting him in like an upgrade SBC or something. Squad fitness there, again, we'll get 1.5 for that all day long, now that the weekend league is about to kick off. I'll get rid of all these. I know that over time I might be able to sell them, but I can't be bothered to wait. Next silver pack, this is all players. I will skip this because I feel like this section of the video is going to be going on too long otherwise. What do we get here? Any decent leagues? Portuguese 1, another Championship player, another Portuguese 1, another Championship player, and an Australian player. Right, okay, so we might be in the money here. So that's 5, that's about what, 400 coins? Go up to 400. And where else did I see it? I can't bother to look for the Portuguese ones just yet. Another Welsh Championship player who, I mean, 350, so I'll keep him because that's almost not worth it. He might be worth more in the future. And then this guy, again, I could probably get rid of him for, what, 700 coins? Happy days. Put the rest in the club. And we move on to some better packs. So what ones do we want to open first? Premium Gold Players Pack is obviously the 25k. That's the 45k. So we want to do the 15k, then the small prime, then the 25, then the prime. Right, okay, cool. This is the 15k pack. All this is tradable. Let's hope for something decent. Our rewards yesterday were pretty cool. We got a lot to restock the club. We didn't get anything sensational. This is going to be... oh, Lopez. Is he 84? He is indeed. That's a good 15k pack. We tend to peak early when it comes to marquee matchups, so that's probably going to be the best we get out of the entire set. But hey, 84 and an 83. We are restocking this club like you wouldn't believe. Oh, okay. It's not a 15k pack. What the hell is that? Is that a 100k pack? I'm well confused. Was that a 100k pack? But half the... I don't get it. I don't know what that was. Either way, it is what it is. I'll put him on the transfer list because you never know. We might need him at some point. That's a lot of players, though. Whatever that pack was, that's a lot of players. Small prime. Lego. And let's see if we can get a walkout. No, my mic is really blocking my screen right now. No board on this one. Another Portuguese, though. It's going to be João Moutinho. I actually thought the last one was going to be Rui Patricio, so that was... could have been a nice link there. Not that I'll ever use them together, but we'll confirm those, pop them in the club, put Medell on the transfer list because you never know. I'm going to keep everything now as long as I've got room. 25k pack and 45k. These are the ones you'd be expecting to get something from. Fingers crossed we can get at least a board from each of these. No walkout in this one. That's fine. It is going to be a board. It's going to be an inform as well, which is nice. It's going to be Aaron Moy. That's a really, really good pack. He's only 15k. And we do have the red version, but for the sake of having a Premier League inform in the club, who will eventually go up to be at least 25k at some point for some sort of requirement, that's pretty damn decent. And if we do need a quick 10k, we've got it. You know, yeah, he's only worth 15k now, but every single Premier League inform goes up to about 25k at some point. So that's good money over time. and if we might need him for an SBC or something. 45k pack, we've probably peaked already, but hey, can we get a walkout, EA? Come on, be generous. No walkout, that's fine. That's fine. Boards? It's going to be boards. No inform. That's okay again. Oh, God. It's going to be Kagawa. That's like the deadest flag to get in when you get boards. Like, as soon as it drops, as soon as you see that big red spot, you're like, nah, game over. That's going to be the worst pack I've ever opened. Kagawa, another 83 to put onto the transfer list, though, and then a bunch of crap to throw into the club. We've done all right, though, to be fair, in restocking. I've gone from, like, 200 odd players back up to 400 and something, which is quite impressive, really, from opening a few packs. Not just then, of course, with rewards as well. 2 silvers selling from the packs we just opened, so we've made over 1,000 and something for those. Those squad fitnesses will sell as soon as... It's crazy, right? Because I suppose if we went to look now, right, just quickly, just to do a test, and then, of course, if this works, then I will do it, I'll do it in the future. But let's go to consumables. Let's go to... okay. I didn't know you could do that. I genuinely do. I do this for a living, right? Look at every update they do. Genuinely didn't know you could search for squad fitness. Or maybe I did, but I forgot. Let's have a look. So you can actually get squad fitness cards for 1-1 maybe? You can get... I'm not going to buy it because I don't want to waste it just in case. But you can get gold squad fitness cards for 1,100, right? I mean, the Weekend League, for me, hasn't opened yet. It's 25 to 10 at night on a Thursday, so the Weekend League isn't open. I'm going to check in tomorrow's episode of The Road to Glory, and if those squad fitness cards are selling for like 1.5, then I am legitimately, every single week, going to be buying squad fitness cards for about £1,000. £1,000, can you imagine? 1,000 coins on the open bid. And I am going to sell them on for a profit every single weekend. And I think I may end up dropping marquee matchups, FUT Champions over time, and just do this if it's profitable, because it'll be far less stress and we'll probably make more money from it. But that's going to be a little test. Everybody remember, they sell for 1-1 currently, and they were selling last weekend for about 1.5. Well, yeah, you could easily just sit here all day doing this and pick them up for £1,000. Look at that. I'm going to buy one just now, right? Okay, so they sell quite quickly then, do they? They do sell quite quickly. But yeah, you can sit here and pick them up for 1,000 very, very easily. And I say very easily. You got to be quick on it, of course, but still. We'll have to wait and see what they sell for. Anyway, let's get into the gameplay, I assume. I said assume because I actually didn't know what was next. But I've got one game for you with some extended highlights. We might have to show some bronze putt method at the end of it because... I haven't really felt like playing this morning. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now. I will play this evening, and I've got all day and all night to play tomorrow, and I'm going to get all 30 games done for sure, because I've got some other videos that I've already done. So, unfortunately, I've only got one game to show you, but it's the first game of FUT Champs, and it was against a guy who... He called his team BPL, which frustrates me, because it hasn't been BPL for like 2 or 3 years. His full team name is PSV Eindhoven, and he has a Barca badge. It was the most frustrating thing I've ever seen in my life, so I had to beat this guy. 1-0 up already through a Skriniar goal. And I'll tell you what, going through the comments of yesterday, I am absolutely blown away by the sheer number of people who have said, get Jari Litmanen. I didn't expect it at all. I was fully expecting everybody to be like, yeah, get Matuidi, do this, do that, maybe change this guy, change that guy. But everyone was like, no, go for Jari, be a happy, proud Finnish Welshman and review him. He's more of a stiff Dybala, but Jari is with the ultimate mullet. So the answer is obvious. Another one from Carl says, get Jari, I find the game so much more fun with players you love. And again, I completely agree with you. I do really like my team. I'm not going to say that I don't. I find playing with this team much better than anything that I've built on my main account. And I've got millions of coins and a stat club. But this Road to Glory account is by far more fun to play on because it's players that I've been using a long time. In fact, this is Fabinho's 200th game with the club, and he gets an assist here to Firmino, who's played over 200 games, I believe, or thereabouts anyway. But either way, absolutely spanked this guy. He wasn't the best of players, but it's really nice to get a nice sort of strong win under your belt. You know, when you play and you feel good playing. Like I genuinely didn't feel like I was going to lose at any point during this game, and that's what I really love. If only you could have 30 games like that. But everybody is saying go for Litmanen, get Litmanen, and everyone's got lots of thumbs up on it as well. So collectively, there's about 60 thumbs up across all the comments saying go for it. I haven't actually done anything yet, and the reason I've not done anything, you'll know by now watching this, you'll know what SBCs were dropped, if any, on a Friday evening. But we still haven't had Icon Set 4. And with the sheer number of people sort of throwing shade and hate towards EA, there might be an SBC coming out without an icon requirement. You're all probably laughing at me right now. Look at the dominance in that game. You're all probably laughing at me right now because you all know what the SBC is, and it requires like 4 icons or something. But knowing my luck, I'd go and spend all that money on Litmanen, and then they'd release Prime Litmanen in Icon Set 4 that doesn't require an icon, with players we very much have in the club, or we could go and get for cheaper and keep people like Florenzi, Telles, Dybala, and so on. So I'm going to hold off till 6 o'clock to wait and see what happens. The beauty of what I have in my club right now, what I'd be willing to sell, is the fact that Dybala's gone back up to 300k, which is awesome because he went down to like 260 at one point. So we will be able to get what we packed him for. And it sounds stupid because obviously we didn't pay for him. But you know what I mean? When we first packed him, he was worth about 290, 295. He's now worth 300. So he's pretty much the same as what we got him for. We will make 150k, I think, or 140k profit on Florenzi, which is incredible. He's up near his max price. Telles is going to be about 50k profit if we decide to sell all 3 of those. And of course, we already have some money in the club as well as a few other high-rated players. So I can definitely afford him, and I think I'm going to do it. But with that being said, I just wanted to wait until 6 o'clock because knowing my luck, they'd release it and all you need is like an 82 rated team or something. You know, it just would have been really stupid, and then the price would plummet and I'd look like an idiot. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there, or I'll have to wait and see. You guys already know. But as far as this episode is concerned, I do apologise that it's much shorter than your standard Road to Glory, and maybe there's less content in it. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. I will be back tomorrow, of course, for episode, what are we, 73, 4-ish? I'll be back tomorrow with a fully charged Foot Champs gameplay episode and whatever SBC they drop, and we may see the change in the team. You know, we may have brought Jari Litmanen in. If I can do it without selling one of the big boys, I'm talking Telles or Florenzi or Dybala, I'd love to be able to keep Dybala. I really would. And I'm not too far away from being able to sell both fullbacks and keeping Dybala and being able to afford Jari Litmanen. The other option, of course, is Steven Gerrard. He's a little bit more expensive, but the option is there, and he would be a CDM together with Fabinho and Nainggolan. I'm leaning more towards Litmanen because obviously being my favourite player of all time, but Steven Gerrard is a very close second. So I think I'm going to go for Litmanen, though. I think I'm going to follow the comments, but you'll have to wait and see what I do. If you've got any sort of final thoughts to throw into this, then feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for the support and for watching as always. Till the next time, goodbye.